everybody, and welcome to Car Confections. Well, this morning we have some exciting news to share. Our new vehicle is in, and we are ready for delivery this afternoon. You guys have been asking so much about what this new vehicle is that's going to replace the Hyundai Santa Fe in our vehicle long-term portfolio. So let's go ahead and dive into the process. All right, guys, so we are finally pulling in to the dealership. We saw the car actually was dropped off just a day or so ago in the back of the lot here, and it's finally been PDI'd and unwrapped and cleaned up for us.
Yep.
We're excited to take delivery of it.
It's ready to go, so we're gonna head on in and to the dealership and get this process started. So we walked up to the dealership. The car was fully ready to go, of course. Well, it was on the showroom floor, so that was really nice to kind of see it displayed out there. We went for a nice little test drive, make sure everything was hunky-dory. It definitely was. And then, of course, we went through the process of signing the papers. We made sure to trade in our LC500 over there. Just kidding.
We wish.
That's the press car for this week, if you were wondering what we were in at the beginning of the video. But basically, here it is.
Yeah, here it is. This is our new 2025 Toyota Camry, and this thing, I have to say, it looks so good here in person. One of the things that we really loved about this Camry is the fact that they didn't change more than they needed to. I thought it was always a good-looking vehicle, and this redesign just makes it a little bit better.
For sure, for sure. Now, we want to talk a little bit about just maybe a quick walk around, some basic things. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of detailed content that comes out about this coming soon to the channel, but a few things to point out. I think I want to talk about the paint real fast. This is Wind Chill Pearl. This is Toyota's premium white paint. We did go for blacked out badges on this. We think it looks really good. This is the XSE trim level, of course, so things that includes are the aggressive body color grille here, so it kind of distinguishes it from the other trim levels of the Camry.
And moving to the side, we wanted to talk about this because one of the cool things about the Camry XSE is that you can get the two-tone roof, which is what we opted for here with this example. We got the white with the two-tone roof that also blacks out your mirrors, and then these are the standard XSE wheels. Now let's kind of move around towards the back because we have some stuff to show you back here as well. Like we said, really good look for this new Camry, and I've always liked the white two-tone combination with this model.
Right, and it really looks nice with the blacked out spoiler up here, again the blacked out badging. You also have the black trim now that goes between these LED tail lights, and then everything else again is blacked out XSE and our HEV, because this is a model with the 5th gen hybrid system, something that we're looking forward to really testing out.
There's a lot to talk about there. I do want to point out though, you're only going to get the dual exhaust outlets on the driver's side. I'm kind of disappointed by that. The previous XSE had the quad exhaust only on the driver's side for this new one. But let's check out the interior. There's a lot to talk about here too, because we didn't just get the two-tone exterior combo, we got the really cool cockpit red interior, which is an option on the XSE trim level. All right, getting inside that new car smell. It has 11 miles on it. It had 6 miles on it this morning when we first picked it up. Really like all the updated tech that they've done in here. And Drew, you have the window sticker. Why don't you go ahead and show them what options we went for on this particular model?
So we were able to select what types of things that we wanted on this model. So this is the XSE, as we discussed already. The paint is an extra cost option. We went for the optional panoramic sunroof. It also cost extra to do the black roof and the black badges, but we didn't go for a couple other options that you can get. There's a premium package, or 2 premium packages actually.
As well as all-wheel drive that you could select.
As well as all-wheel drive.
This is a front-wheel drive model, and we're sitting at around $38,039, which I think is a really good value, especially considering you get this 47 miles per gallon. Now, there are also a lot of other reasons why we bought this Camry, and you guys are actually going to join in on us for our first drive back home off the dealership lots, and we're going to be discussing all the reasons why we bought this vehicle and why you'll want to stay tuned to the channel. You're joining us for our first drive of our new 2025 Toyota Camry XSE. We're on mile 11 now, so we're taking her home. We're actually in Richmond, Kentucky, so we have about a 30-minute drive home, so we're going to get some good seat time in this new vehicle. But what we really wanted to talk about here is why we bought the Camry and what that means for you guys as viewers of the channel.
So the first reason is kind of obvious, but the Camry is a very popular product. It has been for a long time, and we always want to, test things out that are relevant to you guys. And when Toyota makes a change to a big product like the Camry, that impacts a ton of people. And at the end of the day, of course, we enjoy having the vehicle, but we are testing it out for you guys. So we wanted to make sure that we got something that's very relevant and very fresh, so that you guys know, what you would expect if you bought one of these in the upcoming years, since this is just now being introduced.
And not only that, I think it is also worth pointing out that Camrys are actually quite important to our family. Now, some of you viewers may not know this, but our dad works at TMMK, which is the Georgetown plant that actually manufactures this Camry. And he's been working there for over 30 years, and we've owned a lot of different Camrys. So when we were growing up as kids, the family vehicle that we always had in the driveway was a Camry. So we've been in literally every generation of the Camry that there really is. And
since 2000, someone in our family has owned every single generation since 2000, and now we get to bring in the latest generation to the family. So it's definitely cool, kind of a full circle effect that our dad is actually involved in quality control with this new Camry as well as all the subsequent Camrys. So very cool thing to actually buy this, and it feels meaningful to the family. Of course, there's other things to consider. Cars are very expensive these days, so another reason we wanted to get the Camry is because this is actually something that rings in at a more affordable price tag than a lot of the things that you can get out there in the industry these days. The average transaction price, as you probably have heard quoted a lot of times, has been near like $47,000 for a new car. Even in a higher trim like this XSE, we're still well below a price like that, and you can get a Camry for as low as $28,000. So that is a very compelling price these days for a compelling family sedan.
Yeah, and one of the other things that I really want to point out is that this is a great option for people wanting to save money on fuel. One of the reasons why we got front-wheel drive, which is what we briefly touched on earlier, was the fact that it got even better fuel economy. So we're sitting at 47 miles per gallon combined as tested even in this XSE trim level for this. So of course there's a ton of content that we will be making about the fuel economy, what we're getting in the real world. So stay tuned for that, but certainly this will be a very efficient vehicle.
Yeah, definitely, and this is the first application of Toyota's 5th generation hybrid system, so to go hands-on with that as well, I think is just critical, because there's just a lot of interest these days in alternative powertrains. Everybody's got fuel economy at the top of their mind. They're wondering, should I get something that's electric? Should I get a hybrid? Should I get a traditional gas powertrain? I think hybrid is the way that people are moving towards, because this allows you to add that extra efficiency and get a little bit of electrification, but you don't have to change your lifestyle or anything. So there's a lot of interest right now in hybrid. So it's really critical for us to test that out and show you guys, the benefits that you could expect from Toyota's latest hybrid system.
And before we end this video and enjoy the rest of our drive home, I do want to hit a couple things that we frequently saw in the comment section the last time we bought a vehicle for the channel. First of all, the price of how much we paid for the vehicle. We did not pay over MSRP, so I know that's a very common comment that we're getting on a lot of Toyota videos now is, oh, it's always over MSRP. If you shop around, you should be able to find a vehicle at MSRP depending on your dealership. So this Camry was bought at MSRP, so no big markups or anything like that, and shout out to Toyota South for not doing that. Now, we also had a lot of people that were confused as to why we would buy one of the first units of an all-new vehicle coming out, and the reason for that Drew already kind of touched on a little bit earlier, but it's really for you. If we are not one of the first people that buy this vehicle, we can't get the extensive hands-on experience that you're looking for, you know, just based on the time frame. So if we have this vehicle right now, 6 months from now, we'll be able to provide 6-month ownership impression. So if we waited 6 months, we wouldn't be able to provide those detailed impressions for you guys.
You'd already own one, and then you'd be the guinea pig. But obviously, we're really excited to get this ownership experience started right now because we have a lot of things in mind that we want to do with this Camry to give you guys that ownership experience. So, you know, some of the things you could expect to see coming up, you know, things about long-term reliability, build quality, just tips and tricks and things that we learn by having this detailed hands-on time with this model over a long period of time. Night content, comparisons, of course, fuel economy testing. That's something we're very excited to do as well.
Yeah, so there's a lot of content. If you're even remotely interested about buying one of these Camrys, I promise you'll want to hit that subscribe button down below because there will be a lot of very informative content that will help shape your overall ownership experience and decision in this segment. There's a lot of different options that you can pick from, so you'll want to know how our ownership experience goes with this model.
But that's where we're going to end this video. Like Mason said, make sure you subscribe below to see all that interesting content coming up. And we thank you guys for supporting us and helping us be able to do things like have these long-term test vehicles. Of course, if you're already a subscriber, thank you again for that support, and we'll see you in an upcoming video.